And now, your host, Charlene Chamberlain.
Just wishing you the bluest sky and hoping something better comes tomorrow. Hoping all the verses rhyme and the very best of chorus has to follow.
Hi, this is Charlene Chamberlain, and you're listening to and watching Front Row. My guest today is Vicky Malvey. Welcome, Vicky.
Thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
It's lovely to see you again. Vicky is the owner of Victorian Savories. Tell us a little bit about Victorian Savories. What is Victorian Savories? It's got such a great name.
Thank you. Victorian Savories is a wholesale and a retail bakery. We have 2 locations, and our retail primarily is down in our new Voorhees location that opened up 4 weeks ago.
Where exactly is it located in Voorhees?
It's in the Voorhees Town Center at the Voorhees Boulevard, Town Boulevard, and it's on Restaurant Row, so it has great company.
That's near the mall, right?
It's near the old Echelon Mall, yes. Okay. And Catele Duo is there, Iron Grill, Rodizio Grill, and so, you know, we have a lot of wonderful company down there on Restaurant Row, and it's Foster Square Apartments are all above, and so we get a lot of people from there as well. And our Burlington location is primarily wholesale.
And where's the Burlington location?
That's in the Burlington Center Mall.
Oh, sure.
And we're only open there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We do all of our baking there. We've got 2,000 square feet, and we can just really create a lot of product out of that space.
But you also have a storefront there as well?
We do, but again, our hours are only 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So
not the regular mall hours.
That's correct, yes.
So when did you open the new location in Voorhees?
We opened the new location in Voorhees about 4 weeks ago, and I had met through the Burlington County Chamber of Commerce. I went to a luncheon. I met Charles Christella of Preet, and he brought us down and said, "I've got a space for you." And it was absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't pass it up.
And the space was perfect.
Perfect.
Wow.
Fantastic. It's so high-end, the fixtures, the feel, it just matched our product perfectly.
Was there someone already in that location and then they had vacated the
There
place?
had been a coffee shop in that location, and they did not do well there.
All right.
And we are doing well there, so it's very good. Again, our product is different. We spend more on our coffee. We use a micro roaster from Philadelphia.
Okay, who are they?
They're Reanimator Coffee.
Reanimator?
Yes.
Sounds like a movie.
I know. It's these 2 young guys, and it's very cool, and they made a blend just for us, and it's just fantastic coffee. And so we blend our beans right there, and we, grind them fresh, and, just like the quality of our food, our coffee has that same high quality.
And there is nothing better than fresh ground coffee.
No, the smell of it, and I don't even drink coffee. And
well, I do a little bit, not a lot, but I could just smell it all day because it's so wonderful.
It's great.
It really is. Let's talk a little bit about your menu and what you have to offer.
Okay. Down in our Voorhees location, what kind of makes us stand out is you generally can't come in and just pick up a cake and pick up a pie.
Right.
Because we make it for you.
Everything's custom.
Everything is custom, and it's made within 24 hours of pickup.
That's
so
nice.
That way then, if you like a little more cinnamon, you want raisins, you want less sugar, you just talk to me. I've had people bring in recipes that their grandmother made that their wife has no chance of ever making it, and they hand it to me and I make it for them.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
And, again, we treat each customer as a person and as a friend, and that's very important to us.
And that's a really good philosophy to have in business.
It is. It works.
Really is. So what are the things that we can find on this wonderful menu?
Yeah. Well, we do have.
Let's just give a rundown.
Yes, we do. We have down in our Voorhees location. We have for breakfast. We have quiche. We have fresh baked scones, fresh muffins every day. We've got
like scones.
Yes, we've got fresh fruit. A wide selection of our fruit bars. I brought in some lemon bars. We have strawberry bars, raspberry bars, a lot of different fruit bars. We have a lot of cookies, numerous cookies. We also have a vegan chili that we work on every day. We have a lunch special for $9.50. You come down, you can get a small chili, a half a sandwich. Our sandwich selections are fresh mozzarella with homemade pesto in a wrap.
Oh, I love that.
With spinach and tomato. Or homemade chicken salad. Again, we roast our own chicken, season it, so it's not that
processed.
Yes, ugh. So we have that, and it's just everything is fresh. Everything is made from scratch. There are no preservatives, no additives. It's really good. So for $9.50, you can get that half a sandwich, chili, a cookie, and a bottle of water.
Oh, that's really great. For lunch?
For lunch.
That's a great lunch special.
Yes.
And I know that you also have sides available.
Yes.
And salads.
Yes, we do. Sides and salads, and you can mix and match those as well. You know, again, everything is made for you there. And if you're dining in, we serve it on a nice plate and everything. It's a nice experience. We have a lot of ladies that meet there, and they'll have a scone and a tea. And we even have teapots there if you'd like your tea served in an old-fashioned teapot. So
that's great.
It's lovely.
How about your specialty items? I know that you also bake cakes and pies.
We do, and they're actually growing. And the wonderful thing is we actually were notified that we've won 2 awards.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
And what were they for?
One, they don't tell you. They just tell you that you've won a best of the best.
Oh.
And we were notified by both SJ Magazine and by South Jersey Magazine.
Oh, great.
So we've won 2 awards, and we find out in July what they're for. But,
wow.
Yeah, so we're really, really, really excited
perfect.
about
And
that.
you're perfect with this new location as well.
Yes, we are.
That's really going to help your business.
Yes, and yeah, we do a lot of pies. Again, we have, like, my newest pie is a chocolate-covered strawberry pie.
Wow.
Which is...
So what is it really chocolate-covered strawberries in a pie crust?
It literally is, yes. We take our pie crust, I actually paint it with chocolate on the inside so that it has that nice
dark
layer.
chocolate, milk chocolate?
Dark.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the only way to go.
That's it. And then we hand dip the strawberries, and they're placed in the pie, and then we take fresh strawberries and we make a lovely jam almost essentially with it, you know,
like a glazy kind of.
And then we pour that over top, and then that just
holds it all together.
It's fantastic. And then we put some dark chocolate over.
Shavings.
Yes.
I see it now in my head. I want some. That sounds wonderful.
It's great.
Really, really wonderful. I do want to stress again that Vicky's pies and cakes are can be made to order. So if you have a special recipe, she'd be happy to attempt to make it for you.
Absolutely. Bring it on down, and we
or
will
an
work
idea.
on that.
She'd like to do that as well.
Yes. And one of our best sellers is a pineapple pie that was a gentleman who came down and said, my grandmother makes this pineapple pie. I have no idea how it's made. So I did a challenge and I made it for him, and he absolutely loved it. And
wow.
We started sharing that, and now it's become one of our biggest sellers.
Did he come in with a recipe?
Nope. He just came in and
this
said,
is what she made,
this is
what
how
I think.
it tasted,
Right.
and I asked him questions, and the same thing with a woman from North Jersey comes down. In fact, she just placed an order for 4 loaves of French nut bread, where cake, which is a hazelnut cake layer with a raspberry filling. Ooh. Another, you know, it's a triple layer, and then the raspberry caramelized on top, and it's just phenomenal. So she's coming down for 4 loaves of that for next week.
What does she do? Freeze it, I guess?
I guess so, yes, because again, because everything is made fresh, you can freeze it for up to 30 days. So we have a lot of people that buy whole cakes, cut it into slices.
Yeah, I know somebody that does that.
Yeah. Yes, and you can freeze them. So it's great.
Well, while we're talking about all the sweet things, let's talk a little bit about sugar and sugar additives. You just use mainly raw sugar, sugar in the raw, or natural sugar, not additives like stevia or any of those other products that are out there?
Yes, I do not use any additives. I will not use any additives.
Great.
I feel very strongly against preservatives, additives, anything that is chemical based. I don't believe that it is good for you. And as you age, I think that how you've treated your body throughout your life really start showing up around 50, and all of a sudden,
yeah, you look good.
Yeah, you know, but all of a sudden, it's one of those things where it really starts to come into play, and I think that you start having medical issues and everything.
It's cumulative. It
really
is cumulative damage, cellular damage.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these recipes that we use and everything are my grandmother's. And so it uses like our oatmeal raisin. I actually use honey and brown sugar, but no, and not even that much, because I don't want to.
Have a look at these.
Okay.
So why don't you tell our viewers what we have here on the plate?
Again, I've cut it up into pieces, but this is our oatmeal raisin cookie.
Looks delicious.
Again, it has a lot of raisins in it, as you can see all throughout.
That's good.
A lot of oatmeal and brown sugar. This is our reverse chocolate chip, which has...
Reverse?
Yes, it has a white chocolate chip, some dark chocolate chips, and then a nice dark cocoa base. Our triple chocolate fudge brownie, which is one of Charlene's favorites.
That's my favorite. That's why you're here.
Yes.
You sold me on the brownies.
Yes. And then this is actually one of our best sellers. It's a lemon bar. You can see there's a thick wedge of lemon in
What's
there.
What's the crust on that? Is it like a flour crust? Or
the crust is a powdered sugar
I love them too.
butter base crust. And so it's really... it's the sweet with the tart, and so
I like that.
Yes, it's not. Our stuff isn't overly sweet. I add very little sugar wherever possible.
Yeah, that's the healthy way to be. Eating naked or raw is really the way to go.
It absolutely is, and I use as little processed sugar as absolutely possible. And we have some things that we've worked with diabetics on, and it doesn't even affect their sugar levels.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it is good.
So, Vicki, when did you discover your love of cooking and baking? Were you a little girl? Or?
I was. I'm one of 7.
Wow.
And so I used to go and spend time with my grandmother down in Leisure Village, down in South
Leisure
Jersey.
Town?
Leisure Town, yes. Leisure Town down in South Jersey.
Okay.
And when you spend time with a horde, because you're 9 people in a house, you get treated like a princess. Well, my grandmother loved to bake. And so I spent many an hour in her kitchen, just one-on-one, and I felt phenomenal. It was a very special thing that we did together, a special bond. So she passed along her love to me, and even now I have a picture of her in the bakery.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it is I feel very connected to her and to her passion and her commitment. And a lot of these recipes are hers. And, for us, having things be old-fashioned or done the way that they used to be done. Like, I don't do Cake Boss pretty. I don't do all the bells and whistles. Fondant actually tastes pretty nasty, just to let you know. And so for me, it's about the flavor. It's about getting back to basics and really pulling in. Like, that lemon bar tastes like lemon. Our blueberry muffins taste like blueberries. Our scones taste as they should. If whatever flavor it is, we do a lemon, we do an orange cranberry. You can actually smell it, and so many places mask their food with too much sugar or too much salt because they aren't using fresh fruit and real ingredients. And everything is made from scratch. We have no mixes, no boxes, no bags, no buy it from Restaurant Depot and bake it and call it ours and say, oh, it's fresh baked. Fresh baked doesn't always mean from scratch. You really have to watch the terminology on a lot of places.
Yeah, I'm sure most people aren't aware of that either.
Most people are not aware of that. They see fresh baked, they think that it's homemade from scratch. Not true.
The same goes with soups too.
Yes.
A lot of restaurants will bring in these gigantic drums of soup.
Yes.
And it's not homemade.
No.
Not really.
No.
Mass produced.
Mass produced.
Yeah.
And our soup is homemade. Like our vegan chili, we actually have our ladies up in Burlington chopping those veggies and putting them in. And it makes a difference. So, like, our soups are phenomenal. And we carry a full line in the winter, and they sell extremely well. So,
what is your most prized recipe?
My most prized recipe
and
is...
don't give it, don't
okay,
away. You can just say what it is.
It is...
Since it is prized.
Yes, it is my sour cream coffee cake. We make it in both muffin form and in pan form.
Okay.
And you can actually... It has a layer of sour cream cake, Then it has a cinnamon walnut strudel, another layer cinnamon walnut strudel on top, and then a icing, a glaze. Now, I also sell it around the holidays frozen. So you can take it home, turn on your oven to 350, pop it in for an hour, leave, your whole house smells, you can shower, it's fantastic. And then you take it out, you let it cool, and then you put the glaze on and you're good to go. But we make that in muffin form as well as in coffee cake form.
That sounds wonderful. Oh my gosh.
It really is.
What is your favorite dish to have when you don't have to cook for yourself? Where do you go, or what do you like to eat?
I have to tell you, I am addicted to Italian. I just love Italian food, and you know, I know that Weight Watchers and the points don't love it as much as I do.
Once in a while it's okay.
That's right. And my favorite item is if I can find a restaurant that makes fresh pasta.
That is just the best.
It is absolutely the best. Yeah. And whether it's in ravioli form, that's a real treat.
Yeah.
Or just, you know, penne or angel hair, just anything where it's fresh pasta. You can really taste the difference. Just like with cookies, you can taste when things are made from scratch, and they just are so much richer in their flavor and everything. And yeah, it's fantastic.
So what's your favorite sauce if you're having your pasta?
You know, honestly, my favorite sauce is a marsala sauce. I love chicken marsala. I don't make it, and I absolutely love it. It is great. And if it's made well, we have a small place that we go to, and they make a homemade linguine and this chicken marsala, and I'm addicted. I'd like to say I wasn't, but I am. It's great.
It's okay. You could be addicted to worse things.
Yes, absolutely.
And my last question for you is, what 3 items in your kitchen can you not live without?
You know, I have to tell you, this is a hard one, because to limit it to
so
3,
many things in there.
I love my kitchen. You know, we actually upgraded it to add a second bank of ovens. I actually have 4 ovens in my home kitchen.
At home?
At home. Yes, because I'm a big baker, and
so you're baking at home too?
For my family, yes, yeah. So I have a wall unit that has 2, and then I have a 2 in my stovetop unit. And if I had to, if I can't take the ovens, because obviously I couldn't take the ovens, it would be my recipe book.
Oh yeah, that's
I
very
love.
important.
That's huge.
And your recipe book has a lot of recipes from your grandmother, right?
Almost all of my recipes are adapted from my grandmother, and you know, as I said, when people bring me their recipes, 9 times out of 10, they're older recipes. And it's fantastic. Like, I get this whole new source of food, and it's really exciting. It really is. The second item I'd grab would be my mixer, because I love my mixer. It's this beautiful red mixer that I sit in the corner, and it's always out on my counter, always. And I use it to make, like, because I'll make homemade waffles for the kids, or homemade pancakes, so I use my mixer a lot. You know, we whip up fresh whipped cream and have fresh blueberries and just toss it in, and it's just a light, luscious treat. And my third item, I have another red. Yes, I like red. It's even on our logo. But I have a teapot. And I drink Earl Grey tea by the gallon.
Oh, it's the best, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And if I don't have my tea, I get kind of cranky in the kitchen. And it keeps me going and keeps me... I'm a big tea drinker.
Yeah, me too. Well, it certainly goes well with all the goodies that you have,
It absolutely does. We actually had a high tea on Mother's Day down in our Voorhees space.
How did that go?
It went so well. We had 3 seatings, and it was completely sold out.
Wow,
and
congratulations.
So, thank you.
That's great.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of people contact us, so we're going to begin offering in July. We're going to do once a month. We're going to do a high tea.
So what did you offer for the high tea?
We had 3 courses, and the first course were finger sandwiches, and you could have a fresh cucumber with watercress, you could have fresh mozzarella with pesto and tomato, or you could have the chicken salad, or a turkey with a cranberry mayo sauce, and some fresh cranberries on it. And the second course was a choice of a scone, either a raisin or a chocolate chip. And the third was a platter of miniature desserts. So we had like
the best part of tea. It's the only part of tea for me.
I said, do you want to start with this first? So we would have a mini cupcake. We had a little mini cream puff. We had a little mini strawberry shortcake. We had one of our lemon bars. You know, we had a brownie. And we had probably 10 different desserts that they could pick 3 from.
Very nice.
So it was wonderful. It was a wonderful event.
You know, that's also something nice that you could do for an anniversary or a birthday or baby shower, bridal shower even.
Absolutely.
How many can you accommodate in Voorhees?
We can accommodate, we have 50 seats.
Oh, that's
good. And
so,
yes,
that's
you
a
can.
Nice size.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we actually have a lovely dining room area that has a chair rail and, you know, it's very attractive. And we can actually rope that area off, which is what we did for Mother's Day. And we can accommodate groups there as well.
That sounds lovely. Do you have a Facebook page and website?
Yes, we have a Facebook page.
How can people find you on Facebook?
If you just Google Victorian Savories Bakery, or, you know, Facebook, or search for Victorian Savories Bakery, you can find us. Or if you go to our website, www.victoriansavories.com, and it has a link to our Twitter account as well as to our Facebook account.
That's great. And the locations again are?
Down in Voorhees, New Jersey at the Town Center Boulevard, used to be the old Echelon Mall, and up in Burlington at the Burlington Center Mall.
Anything else you'd like to tell us about your wonderful, delicious desserts, which we're going to dive into in a couple of minutes?
Okay. Again, for us, it's all about the flavor. It's taking things back to where they should be. It's taking things back to a holistic, natural way of baking and presenting, and making it more about the flavor of the food and the natural essence of the fruits, and allowing them to provide the taste rather than sugar.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Vicki, I want to thank you so much for being on the show today. This is Vicky Malvey from Victorian Savories, and she puts old-fashioned goodness in everything that she creates. So please, if you're in the area, stop in.
Yes, please.
And have a treat or lunch.
Charlene, thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome.
Really
it was great to have you on. And thanks for bringing the treats in, too.
Thank you.
This is Charlene Chamberlain for Front Row. Thanks for watching and listening.